Support continues to come in tonight for the Gonzalez family. Several community members submitting letters to a Waupaca County judge asking them to deliver the maximum sentence to the man convicted in a deadly drunk driving crash.
We first alerted you 4 siblings, 26-year-old Danielle, 23-year-old Fabian, 14-year-old Lillian, and 9-year-old Daniela were killed in that crash last December. Drew Beth shares some of the messages to the judge in this First Alert update. Drew.
Bill and Cami, according to court records, around 3 dozen letters have been submitted to Waupaca County Judge Raymond Huber from family members, teachers, and school administrators. Waupaca Fremont's middle and high school principal Jody Alex writing, quote, "Many of our students, especially those who were close with the victims, continue to experience intense grief, fear, and confusion," end quote. In another letter, a cousin of the Gonzalez siblings writes, quote, "4 children were stolen from this world, their community, and our family," end quote. The letters all sharing the desire for the judge to hand down the maximum sentence to Scott Farmer, which if served consecutively is life in prison. The victim's stepfather, Kurt Schillings, tells us homicide by drunk driving should not be punished lightly.
This is a repeated offense, and this reckless behavior can't be undone. And that's the thing that people should consider. You can't undo what this guy did. We can't get our lives back. We can't get our children back. We can't get the peace we had and the love we had. We can't envision the future.
Tomorrow is the deadline for members of the public to submit letters. Farmer will be sentenced in court this morning of November 22nd. Bill, back to you.
Drew, thank you.